And welcome back to another High Performance Vet Pro Radio Touchcast and Podcast. This is Ryan Smith, and this week we bring into the topic of exercise, and more specifically play, and we ask the question, what variety of play do you include in your fitness plan? We'll be back in just a moment to talk a little bit about how you can add more play into your fitness program. And welcome back to High Performance Vet Pro Radio. And this week, as we talk about play, I really want to talk about exercise and play. And for me, as an exercise physiologist for the last 25 years and training people, and it doesn't matter whether I'm training somebody who's a marathon runner or somebody who is training for an Ironman, or whether somebody's just looking to try to add more fitness into their life. One of the things that I try to look at is, let's train you as a human being versus just going for the gym and just do true sport specific training. There's a huge place for sport specific if we're training for an event, but that doesn't mean that we only train for that event. Let's do things to make our body and us as a human being better. So if I've got somebody who's a runner, I may actually have them spend more time out on the trails versus even if they're planning on running a marathon on the road, because of the change in variety, the change in terrain that'll be included there. Also the same thing, if we're doing lots of other fitness activities, how can we add play into your workouts? So it may be doing fun things with kettlebells or ropes or something along those lines, a TRX, where it's still truly fitness, but it could also mean getting out in the woods, or it could actually be doing farm work. It could be lots of different things that are truly going to increase your fitness level and allow you to move more like a human being versus what we typically do, which is sit in a car, sit in a desk, or stand around all the day, and which is really not what we're designed as a human. So my quote for the week was, true fitness should be less about the gym and more about uniting our body and our mind to build a better human. And we really want this whole mind-body connection. It's a lot more than what we would think it is. And we really do need to actually have our brain and our body working together for us to be the best athlete. And I truly believe that everybody is an athlete. And it's what we need to be for that human perspective of what we really need to be. And there was a great article that I had that came up this week. And it's talking about nature and actually how it changes our brain. So with that, what I wanted to do was kind of talk about how the brain, let me pull it up here a little bit. So 90 minutes in nature changes the brain. So when we looked at actually people that they had where they were in a urban setting and they were doing exercise in an urban setting where there's high traffic and they were running out there versus somebody who would be more rural and were doing things that were running related, maybe in a trail, and they were spending 90 minutes. They actually came back and then they did some functional MRIs, did some other tests to look at how the brain was affected. And then what they show was that people that are in these urban areas and that are running around traffic, and it could be stress related, but they actually have a lot of factors that would be associated with depression. So there's a lot of work that's out there that talks about how nature, and whether you want to call it earthing or however you want to look at it, and what it does to our body. But really, whenever we are out there and we are kind of detoxifying from our real world and kind of getting back to a little bit more primal for us as humans, our body responds to that. And so we really want you to kind of think about, how am I implementing more play, more outdoor activity into my fitness plan and into me just being a better person. So we look forward to kind of hearing some feedback on this from you. So let us know on the blog. So at highperfliving, highperfliving.com. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, any of those. We also post a lot on Instagram. So any of those places you can follow us and give us some feedback. Also, the new podcast is up on SoundCloud, it's on Stitcher Radio, Spreaker, as well as iTunes. So leave us a rating on there as well. We look forward to seeing you soon.